Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So today I'm actually going to a new theatre that I've never been to before. It's one that I've wanted to visit for a while, just never had a chance to go, and I've kindly been invited to go and to the press night of Little Shop of Horrors at Bolton Octagon Theatre. So I'm so excited to go and see a new theatre and to see Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favourite musicals. I've always loved it ever since I saw the movie. I think it's from the 80s, and I just really love that movie, and I've seen Little Shop of Horrors probably about 3 or 4 times, a musical, but this is like a new production of it, so I'm really excited to go and see it, see what Bolton Octagon Theatre is like, and yeah, it should be a really good day. So I am going to go and get the train. I'm getting the train from Victoria Station, but on the way back I'm going to Piccadilly Station, so I need to remember which station I'm going to. It's only a 20-minute train journey from Manchester, so it's really easy to get to. So at least now I know that it's really easy to get to, and apparently it's only a 5-minute walk from the train station, so hopefully I'll be able to find it really easy. I've given myself an hour because if you watched when I went to Leeds for the first time, to Leeds Playhouse, I walked in the opposite direction for about an hour, and yeah, I'm not very good at directions, so hopefully I'll be able to find it really easily. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little theatre vlog, and I'll give you a full review of the show when I get home.
I've never really been the one who's worried, always been the one who's keeping it cool, the kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me, 'cause I was made to be free.
So I'm now in town. I've just come to get some food. It's an hour before my train, so just got some food. I'm just going to eat this and then I'll make my way to the train station. Okay, so I finished my food and I'll head into Victoria train station to get my train to Bolton. I think it's going from platform 5. So let's go in. I'll go this way. I'll go this way. I think I've still got half an hour yet till the train.
I am made to be free. I am made to be free.
So I've still got 23 minutes till my train, but I'm going to head over to platform because it's the far platform, so I'm just going to head through.
About myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've always put my feet wherever I want to. Before I saw who I could be, kept thinking, where did I go wrong? Then realizing where I do come from.
Okay, so it's now 6:10. Just arrived in Bolton, and I've got to find my way out of the train station and try and find a theatre. Got absolutely no idea where I'm going, so it's supposed to be a 5-minute walk away, so we'll see how long it takes me to find it. Hi, so it is now 6:20. The theatre's just here. It was really easy to find actually, so yeah, I can definitely come here again. It's simple to find. I got my tickets from 6:30, got 10 minutes yet. I might just go in and have a little look around the theatre, so yeah, I'll get back to you now once I'm inside.
'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free.
Okay, so I'm now inside the theatre. I've got my ticket and my programme and a drinks voucher, which I probably can get a drink before the show or in the interval. I'm sort of tempted to get one now. Might do that. So I just got a Diet Coke with my drinks voucher while I'm waiting for the auditorium to open. It starts at 7:30. It's just 6:30 now, so I've got an hour. I think they'll probably open the auditorium at 7, so half an hour. I'm going to sit, look at the programme and have my drink. Okay, so I'm now in my seat. I'm on row seat 41, and this is the view, so it's a really, really good view. I can't wait for it to start now. Obviously give you some thoughts at the interval, and yeah, looking forward to it starting. So it is now the interval, and really, really enjoying the show. It is so good. The cast are really good. I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait for the second half now. I'll give you a full review when I get home.
You The show has finished now. I really enjoyed that. It was so much fun and the end was great. I loved the song at the end, the curtain call. It was really good, really high energy. I think it's actually probably the best production of Little Shop of Horrors that I've seen. I've seen it a few times but really enjoyed it. So I'm now going to head back to the train and I'll tell you all about it once I get home. I'm just at the tram station now. Tram is due any minute. They've got some new posters up. They've got Anne Juliet and they've got Burlesque one. Yeah, tram's due in 1 minute.
Hi, so it is now the next day and I thought I would give you a little review on Little Shop of Horrors, which I went to see at Bolton's Octagon Theatre. Now this was the first time I'd ever been to Bolton Octagon Theatre. I've been wanting to go for a while, just hadn't had the chance to go. And I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be to get there, wasn't sure how close to the train station it was, but it's actually really close to the train station. It was a 5-minute walk, it was really easy to find, and yeah, it's definitely a theatre now that I will try and get to more. The train, it was only 20 minutes from Manchester. I think trains go from all 3 of the Manchester stations, Piccadilly, Oxford Road, Victoria. You might even go from Deansgate as well, so there's lots of trains that you can get there, so it's actually very easy to get to. So like I said, I'm definitely going to try and go there more and see more things. The theatre itself was really nice. It's a modern theatre, it's quite small, so it's a nice intimate space, and they do a lot of their own productions there as well, which is really good. So yeah, I'm really excited to try and get back there more and see more things on there. And I've even told my husband that he needs to go and see it because it's a really lovely venue. So hopefully we'll be able to go there a little bit more because it is so easy to get to. So I was kindly gifted my tickets for the Little Shop of Horrors for their press night. Press night was on Thursday the 25th of April and the show started at 7:30. So the show has a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes, with the first act being 60 minutes. There's then a 25-minute interval and the second act is 45 minutes. So the show does contain some haze, smoke, flashing lights and loud gunshot sound effects. So merch wise, there wasn't any merch for the production other than the programmes, which I have here. My programme was actually gifted to me because I came to review the show. However, I do believe they were selling these, I think, for £4, so not too bad a price for a programme. But they didn't have any other merch for the show. They did have Bolton Octagon merch, which they sold on a little table in the downstairs bar area. So if you wanted to buy any Bolton Octagon merch, they were selling that there, but there was no merch for the show other than the programme. So there are 2 levels to the theatre. There is the stalls and there's also the balcony. I was sat in the stalls section on row F, seat 41, which is in the centre section, in the dead centre, so it was absolute perfect view from where I was sat. So if you don't know what Bolton Octagon Theatre is like, it's like a thrust stage, so audience members sit on 3 sides of the stage surrounding the stage. For this production, I do think you probably are best trying to sit at the front. They do mostly act towards the front of the stage, but I think you'd still get a really good view sat at the sides. Because it is such a small intimate venue, you're going to get a good view more or less from wherever you sit, but I do think you probably get a better experience sat at the front because they do mostly act towards the front of the stage. So if you don't know anything about Little Shop of Horrors, it is a sci-fi / horror comedy rock musical, and I first learned about this musical via the movie musical version of the show, which came out in 1986, and it starred people such as Rick Moranis as Seymour, Ellen Greene as Audrey, it had Steve Martin in as the dentist, and Bill Murray was also in the movie as well. So it had some big names in the movie. And to top it off, it also has music and lyrics by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman, who, if you don't know, are most well known for their work on Disney movies. They did the music and lyrics for things such as The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, all of which are my absolute favourite Disney movies because of the soundtracks. So this is probably why I love this musical so much, because of the music. The music is fantastic, but the story is also really good as well. I'm a really big sci-fi and horror fan, so I think this is why I love this musical so much. It's got so much of what I love in it. So if you don't know anything about Little Shop of Horrors, it is set on Skid Row, which is down in downtown New York, and it follows the life of Seymour Krelborn, who is a young man who works as a flower shop assistant alongside his friend Audrey for the dastardly Mr. Mushnick. And the flower shop isn't doing very well, it's not got many customers, and it's failing. And to top it all off, Seymour is actually desperately in love with Audrey. However, she is dating a semi-sadist dentist named Oren Scavello. However, life does turn around for Seymour, because on the day of a total eclipse of the sun, Seymour actually comes across this strange plant. He buys it, takes it home, and they decide to put it on display in the flower shop, and he decides to name the plant Audrey too, after Audrey, his friend, and it actually starts bringing in customers. However, the plant is quite a sickly plant, and it doesn't respond to things like plant food, minerals, water, and so Seymour, one day while he is tending to some roses, pricks his finger, and this is when he discovers that the plant has a thirst for blood. And so Seymour starts to feed the plant his blood. It grows and starts to get quite big, and this brings more and more interest in the flower shop, and the flower shop starts becoming really successful. He starts getting interviews on radio, and things are looking up for Seymour. But the plant is a sickly plant, and it doesn't seem to respond to things like water, minerals, and plant food. And it isn't till one day when Seymour is tending to some roses and pricks his finger that he discovers that the plant actually has an appetite for blood. So Seymour starts feeding the plant his blood, and the plant grows quite well, and it starts bringing in a lot of customers to the flower shop, and it also starts making Seymour a little bit famous, and he has radio interviews and people travel to come and see the plant. However, the plant's appetite soon starts to grow, and blood from Seymour's fingers is no longer sufficient to keep it sustained. And not only that, we soon discover that this plant can actually talk, and the plant tries to convince Seymour that he needs to kill in order to feed him so he can keep his fame and fortune. So will Seymour go on a killing spree in order to get everything he wants? You'll have to buy a ticket and find out, but if you've seen the movie you will know the plot anyway. But it's actually originally based on a movie from the 1960s called The Little Shop of Horrors, which was a black comedy, which I have actually seen. I did actually enjoy it, but it's quite different to the musical version of the show. It's not exact same, it's like loosely based on that. But if you have seen that film, you will probably enjoy this musical. So the set for this production was designed by Katie Hay, and it's a static set. It consisted of 2 stories. The lower level was the flower shop, Mushnick's flower shop, and then the upper left level housed the band, and this was made to look like a classic New York fire escape. So it had the railings and the metal staircase. So the lower level where the flower shop was set was actually set back a bit, and it also raised up on a little platform, and this actually worked really well because it helped to separate the flower shop from the other performance space, and it was in this extra space that they used to represent the streets of New York and the alleyways, also the dentist surgery as well. So I thought having it raised up on that platform really helped to separate that when they were using the other performance space to depict other scenes. So I thought it was very well designed. I love the look of the flower shop. I thought it looked really nice. Also the lighting that they used I thought was very good. The lighting design was by Nick Farman, and he used a lot of green lighting, also in the more gory bits with the plant where he used flashes of red. And yeah, I thought the lighting design was really good. The costumes for the show I thought was also really good. They were also designed by Katie Hay, and they represented the time period in which this musical is set, which is around the 1950s, 1960s. So I really enjoyed the costumes. There was some really nice brightly coloured costumes, especially the ones which were worn by the street urchins. I thought they were really nice and bright and colourful, and I thought the bright colours really helped them to stand out against the more muted colours of the set. So I really enjoyed the costumes. I especially enjoyed the finale costumes actually. I thought they were really good, really bright and colourful, and just stood out really well, and just added a bit of fun I thought to the finale as well. So I really enjoyed the costuming. So obviously one of the main things in this show is the Audrey 2 puppet. Well, you actually have several different puppets, obviously, because the plant is growing throughout the show. So there's several puppets to represent the different growth stages of Audrey 2. These were all designed by Michael Fawkes, and I thought all the puppets looked really good. They all moved really well. They were quite lifelike in the way that they moved and stuff. I thought the movements was really good, and they really sparked the imagination. And yeah, I thought they were really well done and very well puppeteered by Matthew Hayward. So the cast for this show I thought was really good. It's a cast of 9, and it includes some really talented actor-musicians. Playing Seymour, we had Oliver Maudsley, and I thought he was perfectly cast as Seymour. He did such a good job. He was really animated. His body movements and his facial expressions I thought were really, really good, and he really captured the essence of this geeky, nervous flower assistant. I just thought he was really, really good. He also had a fantastic voice as well, and I really, really enjoyed his performance as Seymour. I think out of all the productions I've seen, I think he has played the role the best, and like I said, I've seen it twice before, and he was definitely the best Seymour that I've seen. We then had Laura Jane Matthews, who played Audrey, and I thought she gave a really good performance. I loved her take on the character, and I thought she gave her a lot of heart, and she also had really good chemistry with Oliver Maudsley, who played Seymour. Playing the dentist, Orin Scavello, we had Matthew Ganley. He's a very talented actor. Not only did he play the dentist with such energy and passion, but he also played several other smaller roles as well throughout the show, and he was able to slip between these characters absolutely seamlessly. He was really good. He even played the guitar at some point as well, so really, really talented. I thought he did a fantastic job. He was funny, he had great comic timing, and yeah, he really did a great job as the dentist. We then had Andrew Whitehead, who played Mr. Mushnick. I thought he gave a really believable performance as this dastardly character. He had good comic timing, and I thought he did a really good job. We then had Zuela Mitchell dos Santos, Shaw de Shaw, and Jenna May, who played the street urchins Crystal, Ronette and Chiffon. And I thought the three of them really did a really good job. They had great vocals, they did really good harmonising, and they also played musical instruments as well, and I really enjoyed their performance. I thought they were really good. And I have seen Zuela Mitchell dos Santos in a couple of things recently. I saw it in Hypochondriac at Sheffield, Crucible, and I also saw it in Alice in Wonderland at Liverpool Playhouse, and every time I've seen her she's delivered a great performance, so I really enjoyed her in this. I thought she was really good along with the rest of the street urchins. As mentioned before, I thought Matthew Haywood did a wonderful job puppeteering Audrey 2. He also appeared on stage as a derelict as well as playing the guitar, so he also did a really good job. And then last but not least, we had Anton Stevens, who was absolutely fantastic as the voice of Audrey 2. He had absolutely amazing vocals, loved his vocal performance for Audrey 2, and he also gave the character a lot of attitude and sass, and I just really enjoyed his performance. Again, I think he is the best, I think this is the best performance I've seen of Audrey 2. Like I said, I've seen this show performed twice before in different productions, and this performance of Audrey 2 was definitely my favourite. I think the last production I saw, I was a bit disappointed by the performance of Audrey 2, but this was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I thought he did a fantastic job, and along with Matthew Haywood, the two of them really did bring Audrey 2 to life on stage. Okay, so I'll now just quickly go through the programme and just show you what's in here and the cast biographies. Okay, so this is the programme. At the top there's a little sticker. It says who the press night is sponsored by, so it's by Boot Coaching and Consulting. They were the sponsors for the press night. It's got the Octagon Theatre logo at the top, and then it has this artwork. I really like this artwork that they used for the promotion of the show. I think it's really nice. I love the colours as well, the pinks and stuff and the greens. And it says Little Shop of Horrors, and it says that it's on at the theatre from the 24th of April to the 18th of May. And then when we look inside, there is some adverts for some upcoming shows at the Octagon. You've got Test Match, Dracula, and The Jungle Book, which is on over the Christmas season. So we have some information here about how to join their members and patrons. So membership starts from £5 a month. You get rewards including 10% off tickets, discount at the kitchen and bars, priority booking, invitations to special events, up to 25% off tickets when booking 3 or more shows, and knowledge that you are supporting a regional theatre. So that's some information about that. You've got the director's notes here, and then you've got some nice production photos. And then you've got the cast list here. So you've got Jenna May as Chiffon, Zuela Mitchell dos Santos as Crystal, Shaw de Shaw as Ronette, Andrew Whitehead as Mr. Mushnick, Oliver Morsley as Seymour, Laura J. Matthews as Audrey, Matthew Ganley as Oren, Matthew Haywood as Audrey 2 puppeteer and derelict, and Anton Stevens as the voice of Audrey 2. We then have Livy van Wormelen as the musical director and Migdala van der Hoven as the drummer. We then have the creative team, production team, thank yous, and then it has information about the access performances. And then we have the cast biographies. So we have Matthew Ganley as Oren. His theatre credits include The Wizard of Oz at the Octagon Theatre, One Man, Two Governors at the Octagon, The Great Gatsby and A Midsummer Night's Dream at the Grosvenor Park Open Air Theatre for Chester Story House. He's been in Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol at Story House. He's been in Maggie May at the Liverpool Royal Court, and lots more things. Then they have Matthew Haywood, who is the puppeteer and for Audrey 2 and The Derelict. His theatre credits include The Book Thief, Peter Pan, Beryl, Seagulls and One Man, Two Governors, all at the Octagon Theatre in Bolton. He's been in Robin Hood at Exeter Northcote Theatre, and that's just some things that he's done. We then had Laura Jane Matthews as Audrey. Some of her theatre credits include Romantics Anonymous at the Bristol Old Vic, Dogfight at Southwark Playhouse, which she won the Emerging Talent Award at the Evening Standard Theatre Awards. She's been in The World Goes Round at Stephen Joseph Theatre, and that's just some of the theatre credits she's done. We then have Oliver Morsley, who played Seymour. His theatre credits include The Boys from the Black Stuff at the Royal Court Liverpool, Beauty and the Beast, Around the World in 80 Days at the Grand Theatre Blackpool, Miss Nightingale at the Hippodrome in the West End, and that's just some of the stuff he's done. We then have Jana May as Chiffon. So her professional credits include Scandalgate, a workshop for new frame productions at the Other Palace, the Museum of Marvellous Things UK tour, and Dick Whittington and his cat at the New Worsley Theatre. We then have Zuela Mitchell dos Santos. She played Crystal. Her theatre credits include The Hypochondriac at Sheffield Crucible, which I saw her in, and she was really good in that. She was also in Alice in Wonderland at the Liverpool Playhouse / Theatre Royal Plymouth. I also saw her in that, and she was really good in that as well. She's been in The Rhythmics at Southwark Playhouse, and those are some things that she's done. We then have Sharda Shaw, who played Ronette, and this is her professional theatre debut. We then have Anton Stevens, who is the voice of Audrey 2. Anton is an actor, songwriter, poet, producer and narrator. His theatre credits include Porgy in Porgy and Bess at the Savoy Theatre, Popper in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Starlight Express, and lots of other things as well. He's done quite a lot of stuff. We then had Andrew Whitehead as Mr. Mushnick. His theatre credits include The Book of Will at the Octagon Theatre Bolton, the world premiere of The Book Thief at the Octagon Theatre in Bolton, and those are just a few of the things he's done. He's done a long list of things. Then have Migdala van der Hoven, who is the drummer. Her theatre credits include Six the Musical, Cake the Musical, and Billy the Kid Musical. And then we have information on the creative team, so Howard Ashman, who was the writer, the lyricist, and Alan Menken, who is the composer. We then have director, biographies and producers, and the rest of the creative team. And then we have the Octagon Theatre Bolton staff, trustees and volunteers. And that is the programme. So I thought this production of Little Shop of Horrors felt really fresh. It was really fun, it was fast paced, and it had a lot of energy. I just really enjoyed it. The finale at the end was fantastic. The cast performed Mean Green Mother from Outer Space. They got everyone up dancing. It was such a fun finale. They even had like balls or balloons which they threw into the audience, and the audience was throwing them around. It was a great finale. and it just ended the show on such a high energy, and I just left the theatre with a great big smile on my face and thinking, when can I come back and see this show again? You know, it is a fantastic show when at the interval you're looking to see when you can come back and see it again. By the interval I knew I wanted to come back and see the show again, and I have since bought my husband tickets to go and see it. I've not bought myself a ticket yet, I'm still seeing when I can go, but I've bought a ticket for my husband and he is going to go and see it in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, fantastic show. This is definitely a 5-star show for me. Really enjoyed it. I think I also enjoyed it the fact that it was in a more intimate venue and you just felt so much more close to the action and stuff, and I just really enjoyed that. Yeah, definitely want to see this show again. It is on at Bolton Octagon Theatre until Saturday the 18th of May, so there's still lots of time to go and get tickets and go and see it. I really recommend this one. I absolutely love it. It's got such good musical numbers in there. There's such earworms. If you haven't heard the soundtrack, go and listen to it. It's fantastic. And I really recommend it. And yeah, like I said, this is definitely a 5-star show for me. So that is the end of this little video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you do enjoy theatre vlogs and reviews like this, then do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as a new video goes up. I have loads of videos coming up. I've got a massive backlog of shows that I need to get out. I've got Pretty Woman, I've got The Wizard of Oz, I've got 42 Balloons, I've got a lot of shows, and I've also got quite a few coming up. I've got Kinky Boots coming up, Aladdin, lots of shows. So if you fancy seeing vlogs and reviews for any of those, like I said, do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be notified as soon as they go up. I will leave links below to where you can get tickets for the show. I'll also link below if I can, or I will list below other venues that it is travelling to. I think there's still a couple of stops left on the tour. It's only a small tour, but yeah, I'll try and do that as well. Maybe link where you can buy tickets for those as well. So yeah, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.